Woo! Well, howdy, folks. Pretty Pooch is here. I kind of got hung up on 3 Mississippi live, so I was just running a tad bit behind here. But we're getting in it. We're getting ready. We're good to go. Of course, I had to listen to them, but I see a lot of you folks in here already. See, still getting notifications and stuff. But make sure it's nothing important. But I'm going to go up the list a little bit here, and we see Piggy's Piddles. Howdy,
Piggy.
sir. Elaine, welcome to my kitchen. And I saw your message. I know you're probably not in here, ma'am. I hope everything's all right. I will definitely be texting you soon to make sure. Piggy, one of you folks, definitely be reaching out to y'all pretty quick. See, hope everything's all right, though. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Let us know if we can do anything. But Linda Peterson.
Hi, Linda.
Welcome, ma'am. And the Vineyard Farmhouse, Brian. Howdy, sir.
Hi, Brian.
Tamara Brown, good evening. Thanks for joining us. Let's see, going on down the road here a little bit. No judgment. Pretty. John Wiggs, howdy, sir.
Hi, John.
Back Road Freedom, howdy, sir. At home with Tom and Rhonda. Welcome in, folks. How are you guys?
Hi, Tom and Rhonda.
12 Stones. Howdy, Byron. Coming on down here.
What is she doing back there?
Who?
The pup in the background.
Oh no. Tiny Farm Nugget. Welcome in here.
Hi there.
Treasure
Aw.
Hunter. Howdy, sir. What's that, baby?
Tiny Farm Nugget says, "You are pretty." Thank you. Unless you're talking to Mike Pooch.
Yep.
He's kind of pretty.
Yeah, I saw him in on another live earlier that we were, just chatting. And he says, pretty. So I know he was kidding, but yeah. Let's see. Old Man King Homestead. Welcome in here, sir.
Good evening.
Let's see. Coming along down here. Let's see. Oh, there's Piggy. Oh, I thought so. I thought it was something along those lines. I figured as much, but I wasn't sure, didn't know, so had me a little bit worried there. But I'm sure one of y'all would have reached out if it was something crazy. Backroads Freedom Treasure Hunter. Rebel at Heart.
Yeah, Lindsay Scott.
And Lindsay Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's see. Did I miss them? We're getting close in here, at least for now. But, it's Wednesday night. I'll let baby take control of that now, baby.
I gotcha.
Wednesday night. This week's kind of been pretty quick. I know it's been a busy one for me at work. I guess that's probably why it's gone pretty quick. And, of course, we got the dogs in here, so they're either going to make some racket or do anything that they can to distract us and whatever. But, yeah, that's just how they do things. But, yeah, anyway, back to the busy week. Boy, it's been busy. Pretty and I had fun this weekend trying to have our first and last, maybe not the last now, I don't know, but pumpkin carving contest.
Gosh. I really wished, for those of you that saw the video, I mean, it was pretty funny, but if you could have heard Mike what he was saying, and you probably, I mean, if you didn't laugh already just by watching, he's hysterical. He really is super funny when he's not being super serious. But I was dying. My stomach hurt.
Oh, we could tell. And it just aggravated me that we found
Let's trade paint.
Howdy. But that we had done that video because we wanted and planned on doing this. So, but we worked hard on it and it was greatness. I mean, the fun that we were having, but just the calamity and the comedy that was going on in that video between us, because as I stated in the beginning of it, it's one of my favorite things to do is just to make her laugh and just say some of the most craziest crap, because I know it's going to get her.
It's hysterical. I mean, if you could have seen some of the pieces.
Oh my gosh.
Some of the pieces that fell off of it. I mean, mine was terrible. It was just like we said, we had the kit that we had was master carvers.
Yep, we did the master carving, or
needed
tried.
We needed like the toddler kit or something, because that really is, we are not pumpkin carvers. And in fact, we walked past our pumpkins today, and at least mine, I don't know, did you check on yours?
Yeah, I looked at mine too.
Mine, the face is already a little bashed in unless somebody has already started. It's
oh my
the
gosh.
owl is falling off the tree, and
but it was fun. And just, I'm sure by watching the video you could tell that she was laughing, because that was the main parts after me trying to cut and edit, was what I was trying to put in.
Oh, thanks, John.
The scene of that video was her laughing. I mean, because, you know, and I know some of the stuff I did was funny. At least I broke a tool. Well, first off, I bent one of the tools, and I was trying to ask her if it was okay. Like she likes to say when we get involved in something, I was changing the rules on the fly.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to use her tool. I was trying to see if I could come up with some sort of advantage because my tool broke. Then it got into the point of who finished first.
Yeah, and none of those rules were ever explained in the beginning. And all of a sudden his tool's broken, and so he's got an advantage, and then he finishes first and he has an advantage. And so those are the kind of,
I was doing my best
rules.
to trying to ink out the edge in that contest right there. That was what I was trying. And then on top of that, since I thought part of my carving, I mean, some of it actually broke off accidentally.
You should have seen it. It's hysterical.
So I took it upon myself to carve out on the backside another face. And it was your standard pumpkin cutting, carving the eyes and the mouth. And
we probably should have just stuck with that. It was, ours were.
No, it was fun. It was good. But that was fun. That was my backup, just in case, especially if what I was carving, if the whole thing decided to break off and come, at least I had a face of some sort still. But yeah.
There's Gary Team Cascio, Austria.
Welcome in here. But yeah, that was fun. And at least the audio, the music that I put with it pretty much summed it up, I think, because it was circus. It was a circus.
Thank you, Brian. He said he loved it. Pretty and Pooch.
Yeah.
Tiny Farm Nugget says, I need the toddler one. I'm serious.
Yeah, because we were looking through them things, and, you know, it had a beginner, an intermediate, and then the master. And actually, when we first looked at each other, trying to think we both had actually picked the same one originally, which was the one that I did. But
I'm glad now I didn't do that one after seeing what yours looks like.
Hello,
Shark Smith Angling.
What do you think would have happened on yours if you'd have done it?
I don't know.
But
who else is new?
This was, I'm seeing
Empty
some
Homestead.
New folks in here. Empty
Howdy,
Homestead. Howdy. But yeah, that was just it was fun. So that really was a highlight of our weekend. And then, of course,
Gary at Team Austria says, can't wait for the gingerbread houses. You know what? We actually do decorate. Well, try to. Again, it's kind of like the pumpkins.
Yeah.
We have a contest. We decorate gingerbread houses. And I actually do that with my two kids, but maybe you and I should do one, because you've never really.
Yeah, I've only done it.
Yeah, we're going to do it. That'll be great. That will be great.
Yeah, we may. Yeah, I'm sure we'll do it. But we got to do something, because this time I got to make sure that, and I don't know. I have no idea. It's happened to me once before, but I filmed it with the GoPro.
Oh, baby, they are talking about you being pretty. You are pretty.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes, and John Wigg says, Pooch rules are only relevant if he can gain an advantage. Exactly. Exactly, John.
John knows how to play.
You have pegged him. Mike's Fishing Home is here.
Howdy, Mike. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes, thank you so much. But yeah, it's just craziness, and we will do the gingerbread house because little competition, especially when the rules are changing on the fly. That's the way I like to start.
I'm starting.
I'm just going to let you know, anytime we're in competition from here on out, we're going to start without any rules.
And along the
way.
I'll
make them up as
and I'll help you make them up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, Susie Jacobson. We're glad you're here.
But yeah, as far as doing the video and why, I have no idea, because that's the second time that something like that's happened to me where the audio didn't go through. And man, I do not know why, because like I said, with the GoPro and a media mod, always make sure the sucker's plugged in, jammed in good and proper, and the way I jam things could break something, most likely. But
hey, 3 Mississippi.
Howdy, folks. And that's probably what I don't know. I might need to look in there and see, because I might have jammed up and bent the pins and the plugs on it that push into that media mod. And 3 Mississippi, they experienced one of those things. And Sid, I know I'd mentioned to it already about the laugh. She's got that same laugh. She belly busting laughing, and that was greatness.
My stomach hurts so bad. Thank you, Linda Peterson. She gave us a shout out today.
Thank you, ma'am. But yeah, she can do the butt gusting laugh just as you did in your video, and I will go along with Mike as well on his admitting no to not reading the instructions, because
that's true.
I don't read them.
I always ask him too. He was putting together our fire pit, and he was already taking stuff apart and putting stuff together. And I said, "Hey, babe, don't you need these?" "No, I don't need those." And but the fire pit turned out nice.
It turned out nice.
Good job.
All the parts were there, and I didn't have any parts left over. I didn't break nothing yet, which I'm liable to do. I'm like I'd mentioned in y'all's live just a bit ago, Sid and Mike. I'm either going to break it before, during, or after. Somewhere along the line, it's going to get broken, most likely. I try not to, but sometimes it happens. Now, I'm going to say not my anger issue, because I can fire a tool across the shop for sure. And baby be in the house and on our metal shop building, hear this loud and come outside and there's a hole in the side of that metal wall.
Whatever.
No, I won't fire it through the wall, but I could very easily. Now in my younger days, yeah.
Thank you, Tiny Farm Nuggets. We need more thumbs up.
And most of the time, and I know this is the dumbest way to think, most of the time, if something hurts me, I'm going to hurt it back regardless. And I know it ain't going to feel it. And I know it's probably going to hurt me even more. So after I inflict the damage that I want to do on it, but that's just, I don't do it as bad as I used to, but that's used to be just how I would think. I react to pain, even though it really don't hurt. And I had to learn that one time, first off, by being in a dentist chair one time, and I was having some dental work done, and that doctor dug off in a root canal and dug off down in there with a drill, and I wasn't fully numbed and dead yet. And I come up out of that chair. And from that point on, anytime I go to the dentist, and thank God I hadn't been in a while, a long time, or needed to, but I always let them know. Better make sure I'm dead, because I react to pain.
All right. 3 Mississippi says we don't need no instructions until we do. That's the truth. Hedgehog Homestead is here. We're glad you're here, Hedgehog Homestead.
Mm-hmm.
John Wick says Mike doesn't read instruction. He buys the extended warranty. LOL at 3 Mississippi. Hendrickson Family Farm is here.
Welcome in. Welcome in. But oh my gosh, yeah.
Rick's Giovannucci. Hello. How's it going?
Sir?
Thank you for being here.
Appreciate it. And Good old treasure hunter Neil.
Yeah,
Coming
Neil
along
says
in there.
instructions. What's that?
Exactly. Susie Jacobson's, good evening, ma'am. If I hadn't caught you yet, I'm trying to watch these as they go by as well. But yeah, other than that, and I know we're probably nowhere near pulling this off yet. I just wanted to claim the name because we started, or I have actually initiated another channel to call Pretty and Pooch. Even though I love having her here with me. And
So we're not going to do it Wednesday night?
What?
Pretty Pooch.
This is Pretty and Pooch on Full Blown Country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's changing stuff. He
Well,
changes stuff.
it's the other channel that I've just made up the other day, Pretty and Pooch channel. To have a separate channel for Pretty and Pooch. But
we'll still be here on Wednesday night.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because like I said, trying to, and it ain't nowhere near even needing that sucker. I don't even have this channel built up enough to even be worried about trying to do a second channel yet. But I'm trying. Even with my Pretty's channel, her No Judgment Here. And
yeah, and I'm a little upset because I've had actually, well, all my guests in the past have been really great, and it really is. That channel has really sat dormant. I don't even know if the 1,850 people that are following me even follow anymore because it's been sitting there. But I have been working with the radio show producer to get them to add where my channel will be live simultaneously. Like it'll be live as I'm on the radio with my radio show, that my channel will be live as well. So hasn't happened yet. We were a step closer last Monday, and I really do hope that I probably need to go in and chat with her to get my radio show in line with your YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, yes.
Because if you go on YouTube and you look up No Judgment Here with Tish Ross, it may pull up her channel, but it's going to pull up her videos from another channel because it's named No Judgment Here with Tish Ross.
Well, it'll pull up the radio station.
Right. It goes to JoCo Community Radio.
Right. So we'll get it figured out.
Yep, we'll get it figured out for sure.
And
Corey and Cynthia Davis, howdy, folks.
What else?
But that's something that her channel and that is her. And like I said, it's set for what, year and a half, 2 years?
It's been sitting for
just
a while.
sitting there, and she has 1,800 followers on it. But you know, I guess once it goes dead, it goes dead. But they're still there, so who knows if they watch or not? But we're going to try to upload.
I'm going to try one more time with my radio show.
Get it over
and
there
see if
somehow.
We can get it over there. But if not, then I'm going to just start doing it separately.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's that. And the other thing, I don't know if you guys ever watch. Hold on, I want to make sure we didn't miss anybody. Oh, Willoway Ranch.
Welcome in. Thanks for joining us, Willoway.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe another thing I did this week, I mailed out all of the Last Chance Cook-Off giveaway items that people won from the Last Chance Cook-Off. And so if you're in here, and if you hadn't seen the video of me getting all that shipped out, just know that everything's coming. I've got 2 that are still here. One of them's on hold because it's going to the UK. It's a mailing issue over there. And then I've got another one I need to label up and get sent off because it had a zip code problem. But all of that stuff's, even Terry, MT Homestead, yours is coming as well. I think you want a hat, so it's a coming.
Rebel at Heart is in the house.
Rebel at Heart. Howdy, folks.
And I know Eileen's not on here, and Piggy, I'm not sure if you're still on here, but I just really want to say thank you to Eileen. Welcome to my kitchen, because she is forever sharing obviously everybody's channel on here. She's so good about promoting,
Mm-hmm.
as is a lot of channels that are on here. You guys are so awesome about promoting,
And we
other
thank
people's
you.
channels. Absolutely. But she, and her name, and it is Eileen, because she told me when I was interviewing her that it's pronounced Eileen, like, and she told me like Eileen on Jesus is how she told me. So it is Eileen. And but she's always so amazing. I wish
Just a sweet, beautiful woman, inside and out. For sure.
She is. She's so sweet. And I think I'm gonna have her come and tell her story on my radio show. But
oh, that'd be cool.
yeah. So, and if any of you guys want to promote I have a radio show, and it's a platform where if you want to come on and talk about, it doesn't have to be anything deep or anything like that. Tiny Farm Nugget says I lean when I drink. That's hilarious. Yeah. But if you have a business, or if you have a story, or a journey that you're on and you want to share it, feel free to come on and share on my radio show. Again, it's called No Judgment Here. It's on Joco Community Radio, and No Judgment Here with Tish Ross. Tell her to expect. Yes, please tell her. I would love her to come on my radio show. So speaking of radio and shows, I don't know if you guys ever watched the Law Channel live. It's on YouTube.
Oh man.
And I'm sure that you guys heard November 21st of 2021 in Waukesha, Wisconsin, the tragic the driver that ran through or drove through the parade, and he killed 6 people and injured 60 plus. But I have been watching his court live, and I kind of got Mike hooked on it after I watched it for a while, and so we would listen to it at night. I would watch it some during the day, and but somebody that is narcissistic.
It was a fiasco.
And I know an ex-husband that was narcissistic. And it was a fiasco for sure. But because he represented himself, he decided that he was going to waive his rights to legal counsel, an attorney. He wanted to represent himself, and it was just, he's very narcissistic, and he's very good at it. And I say that because during the trial, I found myself getting worked up, thinking he was so disrespectful to the court, to the
judge,
the prosecution. Yeah, the judge, the prosecution. He was just very, very rude, very disrespectful, and I found myself getting really worked up and mad at him for being so disrespectful. But then yesterday I was talking to Mike, because then he was he started kind of being nice. He just had this way of,
it was a ploy and a play.
And I told Mike, I feel kind of sorry for him, because he was being super nice. And I told Mike, you know what, I could never ever be a judge, never, because I think it's a good trait to forgive quickly, but you also have to be able to have your boundaries. And I mean, you can forgive, you can love at a distance, all that stuff. But me, and I'm not saying that I get walked on all over easily, because I can hold my own, but he started being so nice yesterday to the judge. And then I told him, like, I don't know, I feel kind of sorry for him. Maybe he is nice. And Mike said, no, he's
playing the judge.
Yeah.
He's playing the whole judicial system, because if I was that judge, I'd have done threw him out. I mean, she threatened and threatened and threatened him repeatedly to forfeit he was removed from the courtroom because he was so disruptive.
But he was put in another courtroom because he was so disruptive. But she had to take all of that so that it didn't cause a mistrial.
Right.
And she could never tell him that he was in contempt, which he always accused her.
That's what he was working her for.
Yes. I mean, he worked hard, and she just, that was a tough judge.
Yeah. And like you even said once, I wonder what her husband thinks, because I know if it was her and somebody was talking, not just because you're in a courtroom, but period. If somebody was talking to her that way, I wouldn't have sat by and watched or heard or even listened to it.
But she did her job, and she did
her job.
well.
Yeah, that's right.
A lot of people, unfortunately, would call her weak, but she really wasn't. She was really trying to avoid a mistrial and
because somebody had been eating the next corn on the cob with no teeth.
Oh, Hedgehog's Homestead says, "Can you sound like me and my husband? We were saying the same thing about that guy." Oh wow! I mean, I'm serious. Like I was so angry at him. We have some comments about it. I was so angry at him during the entire the trial, and then he started being nice, and then I was like, "Babe, I think he might be nice." I mean, I know that
that was that narcissism coming out of him.
It was. I guess I'm not very, I don't know, but I could never be a judge. Let's see here. Susie Jacobson says, "I'm glad he was found guilty on all charges." Yes, we saw that today too. And I'm wondering when they're going to do the sentencing, probably tomorrow or.
And I don't know that state's, I don't think it's a death penalty state. I think it's automatic life for that type of crime, capital murder. But he's got 6 counts coming at him. So, and who knows what else he'll get with it.
And that's tough. I mean, okay, so just for me, and I guess I'm sure everybody else here, I mean, you're all good people. I think for me, obviously how sad, and it's so tragic for the families that lost, I think there was a child and then the rest were adults. That's so tragic that happened. And then so many people were injured. And then also on the other side, I feel horrible for him because the rest of his life is ruined. It's just all around a loss for everybody. Linda Peterson says, "Tish, it's hard sometimes to drive up there through the areas like Highway Madison, Toma, up to Twin Cities area and down here to Illinois. It's unsafe. They had to bring judges from outside of the state." He was also really pushing for, he didn't feel like.
Oh, he was mental insanity.
No, when you want to find a different area to have the court.
Oh, yeah. He was looking to get it pushed out of that jurisdiction.
Yeah, I couldn't think.
Because he didn't. I mean, that was a national headline. So where are you going to go? But he was really trying, which who wouldn't be, actually, though, trying to save yourself. But
wow, Tiny Farm Nugget says they almost got mugged in Milwaukee once.
Whoa.
That's scary.
Heck yeah, it is.
Piggy, narcissists appear to all others as they're the nicest, most altruistic souls out there. But when they get their victims alone, totally change. Yeah.
I mean, there is some crazy folks that can manipulate and change and turn the tables real quick in order to suit them.
John Wiggs, always have a mod. Drop your link for no judgment in the lives. We'll help y'all grow at Full Blown Country. Thanks, John.
Yep. I don't know who's in. I can't tell who's in with mod status on this particular, watching it on StreamYard. But if any of mods are in here and have mod status, feel free to drop any and all links if you wish to. That's quite all right on this channel because we want to help others ourselves.
Same. Hedgehogs, Homestead. I could never be a judge, but I am glad that he was found guilty on all charges as well, because that was just terrible. And pray for the center right. Yeah, for sure.
Kickapoo.
Yep. Hi, Kickapoo. Oh, yes, Piggy. Change of venue. That's what it was called. Change of venue.
But yeah, again, if any of the mods are in here and they're capable, have at it. But I'm not sure. Let's see here. What did I have? I have usually all of our shows in my head lined up at what we're going to go on, but I just kind of lost track because I didn't even have that on my mind, talking about the jury that me and Baby been watching. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out what we're going to watch next too, because there's got to be another good show. Mr. Stop.
JKS. Wiped my feet and hit the like button. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Glad you're here. Yeah, they are very sick. There are sick individuals out there that need some help. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Annie's Kitchen and Urban Homestead, Annette.
Well, you know, can you believe that it's already the end of October? Good Lord, I can't believe Thanksgiving's right around the corner. And I wonder if me and baby gonna go trick-or-treating?
I don't know.
Are we gonna dress up in anything? We ought to.
Do you guys have any plans for? That was Led Zeppelin. Johnny Farnuggets, you're good. That is awesome. Wow, you only heard a little bit of it. Thank you, JKS. But do you guys have any plans for Halloween? Are you guys going to dress up or go to a party? And if so, what are you dressing up as? I'm curious. Have we ever dressed up together?
No, I'm not that really.
Yeah, he's not that kind of guy. So we've never.
I dress up good enough as I am. So.
Yeah.
But I do know, and especially Kickapoo, that she's in here listening. We finally used, well, we haven't actually officially used it yet, but I have. And check this out, LaDonna.
Yes.
Whoops. I think it's probably going to be, maybe no. Look at here, Donna. This was done on that new sublimation printer. And so, which that's something she's been working on a lot, is new Thanksgiving and coming up Christmas shirts. Mm-hmm. Those are coming, but our first print on our new printer that we just purchased not too long ago. So now we're going to be whipping out more and getting ready to start pressing more on t-shirts and whatnot.
That's right, John.
So that was kind of new because I had to figure out the software of that thing and all kinds of stuff. And I just didn't really have the time to jump right into it. I had to wait until I was able to sit here for a little bit and get the mind right. And I'm about to, the dog had better quit. Get over there and lay down. That's the kind of mouth I get from the dog. So just so you know. But yeah, but we do have other shirt order. And as a matter of fact, I know Lindsay wasn't here. But I finally got to push out some stuff to some folks that I owed for a little bit. I say owed, but I wanted to get it out to them. So I hope they enjoy those items that I was able to get out to them. What's that?
Oh, man, I love you guys. Y'all are so funny.
What was it?
Tiny Farm Nugget says, used to give away canned food as a joke or old banana peels.
I figured somebody heard my dog mouth off to me because usually that's what they hear. Crazy dog. And I get cussed at by the dog because he usually don't like what I do or say to him. So he usually responds with some sort of negative verbal attack most of the time.
Yeah, they cuss him out in the mornings.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Missouri Outlaw, Randy is here.
Howdy, sir.
Dogman is here. What in the name of Orville Redenbacher is going on in here?
Yep, there's Dogman. Welcome in, sir. Glad you made it. And I was watching his live or video earlier, and with all of his little puppy dogs. And I know I made the comment on there to you that those dogs are lucky to have a man or a person, period, that loves the animals like you do. And it's very evident, because I love my dogs too, but it's very evident that Big Mike loves the dogs and does the best and takes care of them. I mean, who wouldn't build their own apartment for the dogs? Big Mike did, air conditioned and all. That's just awesome. But those sweet little puppies that come along and just, we get them out here too, Mike, that people just take their dogs and obviously they're dumped. And somehow, some way, some of them make it up our way. We don't necessarily run them off, but a lot of times they mosey on. We try to let them know, hey, you're safe here, but they do tend to keep on traveling or whatnot, but we do feed and water them. So
Possum Run Homestead is here.
But yeah, that's
welcome in.
Good dude, Big Mike is. I just love seeing all his dogs. They're all happy too, which is good. which is good. Possum Run, welcome in. And that's why those people have rough lives called karma. Exactly. Exactly right.
And you know what, Dog Man? There is a dog
Oh my gosh.
that, I mean, I don't know
It's
how long it's
hard.
been, but this dog his life is lived in a cage. It is a kennel.
Yeah.
And he's a good size, looks like, I don't know if he's a golden retriever or he's a mix of some sort, but he's a good sized dog.
And he's in an 8x8 cage.
And he lives in it. And the only thing is during the summer he lived out there, unless
In the
it
winter,
was every once in a while, if it was just smoking hot, someone would, I guess, let him in. But for the majority of the time, and this is how bad it is, the cage that he is in, there's also a little kennel inside, and
that's his house inside
the cage. And the bad thing is that he would it would be so hot outside that he would stand up and lay on top of the kennel that's in the inside, I guess, because I mean, I would see him lay up against it all the time. I don't know if it's cooler, I don't know, but he would always do that. And but I'm guessing that someone's taking care of him.
True.
Because in the winter,
they're doing the bare minimum for him. That's for sure.
In the winter, they put hay down and put a heat lamp in there, which I'm really worried that that's going to catch on fire because it stays on all night long. But he lives in that cage. He never is out walking around or running, and it makes me want to cry every time I go by there. And if that cage wasn't right up next to the house, it's right next to the house. They live in a trailer,
and it's exposed to all the element.
Yes, exposed to all the element. I was thinking of
go up there and bring him home to our place.
That's what I thought, but I don't know if we'll get in trouble for that.
I don't know. I mean, I think being that we do see the light and the hay and the whatnot, he's probably being taken and cared for at minimal at the least. I always want to stop and go look to make sure he's got food or water, because I have actually, to the folks that live there, I have actually stopped and left 2 20-pound bags of food with them because I didn't think they were feeding the dog. I was like, hey, I gave them a line story that, because they were reluctant on taking the food from me. But I was like, well, I just had these extra 2 bags because our dog passed away and I always bought in bulk. But that wasn't the case. But I just wanted to give them some food to make sure that they were feeding that dog. But
I mean, I don't know. Would we get in trouble for opening that? Oh, hay or straw is good to keep them warm. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know during the winter they do have hay and straw, but that dog,
I mean, through torrential rains, through torrential snow or sleet or whatever, that dog is out there in that, and he's not wind blocked by anything or really shade. He does have the cover over the cage, but again, it's just, and he's really too big of a dog to be in that small of a cage.
He is too big.
He's not a huge dog. He's just a medium size, but still, I would love to stop and get him out of there and bring him home and let him have what we've got for him to run around on. Although our dogs are indoor dogs. And I don't know that it would be, at least somebody would be hollering, that's not fair. Either her or one of these dogs. That's not fair.
Yeah, those people do belong in a cage.
I would like to.
How would they feel if they were? I mean, he can't even walk around. I mean, he can turn around, maybe he can turn around, but he can't like walk.
There's no running action for him for sure, and he's probably got, I mean, 5x5, 8x5 cage. He don't have a lot of room to stretch his legs, that's for sure. And it's sad for us to drive by and just see him laying there and knowing that he's just deteriorating because lack of energy, interaction, or anything. Probably goes, I bet because the dude's usually gone in the mornings when I go out to work, and he's usually not home when I come home from work. So I'm like, okay, when are you taking care of this dog?
Linda says, is it LSCS or given the shots for him?
Yeah. But I don't know. Who knows? Pooch may stop one day and go ahead and open the gate and bring him home with him. But we have watched and witnessed this for what, past 3 years?
No, probably last year or two.
Well, yeah,
'Cause
year
I know
and a
last
half.
Christmas
But yeah,
when it was freezing, he was out there.
and it's just,
But
it sucks. It sucks that we have to drive by and see that daily, going in and out of where we're at. So, may call the sheriff or something. But then again, Pooch liable to stop by and just get him, bring him on in with me.
oops.
Uh-oh. But yeah, anyway, but on to the next deal of us doing shirts. That's fun, dude. Thanks. Got to get Christmas decorations out. I know baby's ready to be decorating. As a matter of fact, I talked to Mom today, and she's got
Does she have decorations?
she's got decorations maybe that she wants to run by you for fixing up and prettying up around here. Because my mom did put some pretties up for Pretty a couple of weeks ago out here, and it just loved it. And so now, of course, we got to get ready for Christmas, and that'll be fun too. We got to light up the land around here. Thanks for the shirt and hat. Yes, sir, dog man. My pleasure. I hope you enjoyed it, and I saw that you did pick out, which that was something I let y'all do, pick out your hats. And you picked the one out, and it is my pleasure. I'm glad y'all got them finally, too. It's awesome. And Drew and Jeff and Lindsay, same. And I threw the stickers in there with it. So.
Sorry.
What in the world?
I'm sorry. Caroline, I'm sorry. My daughter was calling.
But yeah, that was my pleasure to be able to do that, because I did get one of your stickers, and actually I think I already put it out there on the shop fridge. I got some more I need to get out there and put up, but
He says that they assumed the leopard print shirt was for Lindsay.
oh, the leopard wrapped one, yeah, because baby probably wrapped it.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Tiny Farm Nugget says, I'm decorating my guts these holidays.
Ooh, me too. I sure am. I'm ready for Thanksgiving, actually. Even though I like to just be at home during holiday time. I love being with family, but I like being in my own house, in my own environment. That way I don't have to roll off and go nowhere. I'm here. So hopefully we do that again this year.
I don't know. You're kind of like hard like that. Like I do like to go and visit.
Yeah.
And Pooch likes everybody to come over here because he doesn't want to go anywhere. We might have to rethink some of that this year. We need to get out and go.
Maybe if baby goes and Pooch stays home, maybe she can just bring me a turkey sandwich or something.
Oh my gosh. No, you need to go visit family.
Well, we do visit family. They come here and we're with family.
No.
But
we're gonna go visit some people this year, and I'll get that on.
Well,
video.
you know, Aunt Betty and Aunt Kay and all them be wanting you to come over there.
So you can
you can go in there with all the 550,000 people and try to get through the line.
It's not like that.
Twisting and turning and try to watch a football game, and all you hear is a bunch of. I'm like, I am trying to watch this ball game in here.
You're old.
I am old. Turned 56 this past Friday. The crotchety has begun.
Yeah, it began when I met you.
The crotchety.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Let's see. What's that? None of us do pocket that one.
That one, Jeff was eyeball. The one with the leopard. Gray hair is just life's experience. Paint.
I got to thinking too after I sent those things. Dang, it's getting cool. Might have should have sent some long sleeves.
Don't have an oven right now. Open to suggestions for turkey cooking. What about a turkey? Like
Deep
a
fry.
fryer, deep fryer. But we had one of the. I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought it was disgusting.
What I would say do, and this is what I like to do because
Hi, Tree Haven.
go to your local Cracker Barrel and order the family meal. That's what I like to do. I mean, we do because we have family that cook, but we also like to go order the family Thanksgiving meal from Cracker Barrel. And then with them, you get most of the time 2 turkey breasts. And I'm not a big turkey fan in the first place. So I'd rather have ham. So the turkey breast I can tolerate, but yeah.
Stop it, mister.
That's always a good idea. But we have deep fried turkeys. I don't care for that. Of course, roasted turkeys. I just really don't care for turkey, period. But dressing, her yams, my mama's dressing, or even Doll's dressing.
Tiny Farm Nuggets. 60 is the new 40.
Pah! Not for this dude.
Dogman says he tosses turkey in the trash.
Yep.
He never liked turkey.
My poor body, I have abused myself over the years that me being 56, I feel like I'm 66. So I'm 10 years ahead of my actual age.
Tamara Brown says they're having lasagna.
You know, that's kind of my thoughts. The older that I've gotten now, even traditional Christmas, I could do something untraditional and be just as happy. Although, like I said, I do like the dressing, her sweet yams and all. What's that? I don't know.
MZ. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah. MZ Paswali. Hashtag
anyway,
one. Whoever.
Glad you're here.
Thank you for joining us. But yeah, I could always just let's do some tomahawk steaks or something. Something thick. Or I like to do tacos. Not you order them, but I can do roast or smoke a roast and then shred it all to heck. And man, we love those tacos, don't we? Those are always good.
Mm-hmm. Tiny Farm Nugget says smoked turkey tastes like ham. That's true.
And let's trade.
Just be yourself because you're a turkey.
Yeah.
Our man says pancakes.
Oh yeah. Now that reminds me. You know, Mondo, my brother-in-law, her brother, mentioned to me the other day that he's been craving Pooch's egg casserole. You know, the casserole.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I don't know, Pooch. I was like, well, and I told him I was just thinking of that the other day. And you do not stop. I was just thinking that the other day.
Come here.
That I was craving it too. And then I was thinking about you, Mondo, my brother-in-law. So I was like, Christmas is coming, Christmas and New Year's. But then I was like, I don't know if I can wait that long because it's a simple egg omelet type casserole, eggs, hash browns, sausage, cheese, all mixed together and baked in the oven. But oh, it's so good with hot sauce and all. Man, yeah, it's good. I like to eat breakfast. So a lot of times, weekend times is when we usually get to have breakfast together most of the time. But this guy right here likes it too, Mister. And if y'all didn't see him on the pumpkin carving table the other day, because he was
so cute.
He was eyeballing everything
good.
Too. Ain't that right, Mister?
Good little boy.
Of course, the other dog is now getting jealous, and she's going to want to appear in a minute as well. Come here, E. She's got to get her spot. Come here, E. Oh, that's my good girl.
I never understood fish tacos either.
Oh, I love fish tacos.
That just doesn't. I don't.
I love fish tacos. Fish tacos, shrimp tacos. Mm-hmm. Love it, love it, love it.
I don't know.
So what's
Treasure Hunter says now I have to start eating.
Yep.
Linda says that she liked largemouth bass on Christmas Day and New Year's Day also.
Likes what?
Largemouth bass.
Oh, wow.
Dogman
Huh.
said Rooster loves biscuits and gravy. She gets a plate full.
What's the matter, E? You keep hearing us talk about Dogman in there? Because I know he'd love you too. She's our rescue dog, Dogman. She was mistreated and abused prior to us getting her. It's taken her about, I don't know, 3 years. She's still a little skittish sometimes, but boy, she loves the loving and she loves
Bye,
her daddy.
Tamara. Have a good evening. Thanks for stopping in.
Ain't
It's
that
almost
right,
time
E?
for us to go.
Is it really? I've got it. But
About
yep.
10 minutes.
Look at this girl. She goes, oh yeah, I love my daddy.
Tiny Farm Nuggets,
It's a
I'm with
good girl.
you. I like beef in tacos and burritos.
That's
I'm
my
not,
good girl. I'll get down there with Mister
not a
now.
fan. Dogman says that she has a mullet. Does she? Hey, let me see what you have.
She does. They cut her like you're right. She does kind of look like she's got a mullet. When she goes, I think that's just her breed, and they cut her that way. What is she, Corgi?
She's a Papillon. She's a
Papillon. Where the other one is a Yorkie poo. Part Yorkie, part poodle.
Yeah, and I'm hoping to get a Yorkie for Christmas.
Yeah, she wants a Yorkie for Christmas. I'm like, oh man, another dog.
Does she have a mullet?
Because I want a big dog. I want a big dog that will stay outside. The one that can just cover the whole perimeter of the land. But I know she thinks that it's cold and hot, but dogs adapt.
Well, then why are we grapping about the dog that's
Because
in the cage?
that dog's not taken care of right. Yeah, that dog's not taken care of right. So if we brought him home, good Lord, we probably send him to the vet anyway to get trimmed and bathed and shots. And
Let's Trade Paint says they have 7. We could use a few.
Yeah. Why not? Let's get some more dog. Okay, you get a Yorkie. I get a Rhodesian Ridgeback.
What's that?
It's a dog.
What kind? I mean, is it big, little?
He's medium. They're medium dog. Because that's what I want. It's another Rhodesian Ridgeback. I've had one.
These guys are talking about being in the band. Piggy and Tamara.
Being in a band?
Yeah, somebody's been in the band and someone's playing.
Self-imposed timeout. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Do we miss something?
You know what, Tiny Farm Nuggets? We went to California and I got COVID. And
Tamara Brown, thank you.
And we and Mike enjoyed all the food for me because I could not. Still, my taste and smell still way off. I can't smell or taste. But Mike said this is so good, and I was just eating to survive, eating to eat, I guess. But lost my taste and my smell.
That stuff will do it to you. I'm surprised it didn't do me, but of course, I didn't even know I was sick until I was almost bedridden.
Yeah, you were sick.
I was, and I haven't, but that was probably the first time you'd seen me sick.
Yeah,
too, huh?
like that, yeah.
Because I don't get sick, but I felt like crap and was sick for a week. Hated it. I mean, literally, I went to work the first day. I didn't make it through that first day because that's usually just how I do it. I'm going to work regardless, but I came back home and then I was home for the rest of the week.
I agree, Brian. You could build an outdoor dog apartment like Dogman did. I think we should do that.
I love Dogman's outdoor. Yeah, and he built the dogs an outdoor.
I know. I've seen that on his channel.
AC and all that stuff.
Why don't you do that?
That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? We'll get us about 7 or 8 dogs in.
Oh, about 7 or 8. You still want chickens and
goats. I want to get some of those dwarf goats.
Oh yeah, Tiny Farm Nuggets. California is, gosh, it was so beautiful when we went.
The yeah, we went to Long Beach.
Yeah, we went to Long Beach. It was gorgeous. The temperature and stuff. It was amazing. I just wished I could have tasted the food because the food around that area was delicious. And they said they could not take deep breaths when we had it. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy disease.
I was thinking of us going to Florida sometime this upcoming year, but after the hurricanes, I don't know if it'd be worth us going over there.
I want to get dwarf fainting goats.
Yeah.
So let's trade paint. Says we have 4 goats. And Linda says that we need to put shutters on the windows and curtains also. Yes. They've got dwarf fainting goats. Used to run away to Long Beach when he was a kid. Okay, I'm stepping out. Bye, Piggy. We love you.
Yep. Give the lane our love too.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Jared Crocker got his dwarf goat today, or the male for his other goats. So that I may have to hit him up and see if he'll let Pooch have a pick or 2 out of those.
Hey, look, Tiny Farm Nugget says they have dwarf fainting goats there. We can go and get some.
Hey,
let's go.
Yeah, we have to get us. That's what our dogs want. They want something they can be friends with. That's what they say. They want to be friends with them. They'll even give up the backyard part that's theirs
because they don't use it.
Because they don't use it. They think they need to roam around the whole area instead of being confined to the backyard,
which is pretty understanding. I mean, there's so much land that they could run around, and we still have to get our fence up.
Yeah, that's what Mr. always says too. It's my land. All the time.
Good night, Piggy. Yeah, he still has to build that chicken coop first. He needs to do that. He needs to build our fence around
She's
our
helping
land.
Me. She's gonna help.
They have a mini long-haired, silky fainting goats. Hey, we should take a trip.
Yeah, that'd be. I definitely want to get a hold of some here for long.
Well, you guys don't forget to tune in to MT Homestead right after us. We have about 4 minutes.
Yeah, MT Homestead's coming up right after us. And then there comes the Vineyard Farmhouse with Brian.
Yippers.
So good way to wind down Wednesday evening for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just still grateful to be in this spot again. That's awesome. And I appreciate all y'all's support. And
they said they have male and female, not related, that can go now.
Groovy, man.
And Brian said he'll come down and help you build a dog apartment.
Hey, yeah, come on down, Brian.
Thank you, Backroad Freedom, for listening.
And you too, dog man. We'll make a party out of it.
We appreciate everybody that tuned in. And,
oh, man, we sure do. Appreciate you all.
And everyone that shares. And again, anytime you want to share your links, please feel free to do so. We would love for you to do that. We support you guys too. And that's
what we aim to do, is support you guys. And speaking of that, and I know we're getting ready to get out of here, but I've worked hard trying to get to the 500 mark on this channel so I can get the community tab.
Hi, Brian.
And I go off and start this other channel, Pretty and Pooch. And what's it got right off the bat? The community tab. I don't know. I'd like to get it on this one instead of the other one, but it is what it is. We're trying to grow it. But again, folks, appreciate all you folks coming in here. Be on the lookout for some other videos coming up this week, shorts, whatever, because Pooch has been trying to get them up.
That's true, John. I know Eileen, when she's on here, she shares links. And Brian says you should be able to get community tab now. YouTube has removed the requirement. Good night, Gary. Thank you for coming in. We are too jumping to MT Homestead, and then Brian with Vineyard Farmhouse. Thanks for joining us. Good night, Treasure Hunter. Good night, everybody.
Appreciate you all. We'll see you again soon. Remember, everybody needs a friend named Pooch. They call me Pooch. And everybody needs to have a pretty.
Yeah.
And they call her Pretty.
That's right. We'll see you guys next Wednesday.
Thank you all.
Have a great rest of your week.